Hi guys, we are the longevity couple. I am Josh and this is Kat.
And today we're going to be talking to you about saunas. There is so many debates between infrared versus traditional saunas. One thing that can't be debated is the benefit of a sauna, no matter what kind of sauna you pick. So as you can see, we are sitting in a infrared sauna today. Infrared saunas work more on your light waves as opposed to your traditional sauna works on heating up the air around you. One of the benefits of a infrared sauna is that you don't need as high of a temperature. So it sits around that 40 to 60 degrees Celsius, where your traditional saunas sit at that higher temperature range around that 80 to 93, depending on how adventurous you want to be. So a lot of people prefer the infrared saunas because it's a more gentler experience and it's not that traditional steamy, hot, sweaty experience. I mean, you're still going to get sweaty.
You'll still sweat.
You're still going to sweat, but it's not that steamy, traditional sweat. But yeah, as I said, we can't debate the benefits of a sauna. So in previous videos that you've seen, we've spoken a lot about, what have we spoken about?
Yeah, so we spoke about some of the cardiovascular benefits and how the sauna can mimic exercise, plus all the benefits you get from all the peripheral dilation, basically, of all the tissues throughout the body. But what I thought would be really cool today would be to touch on some of the positives with longevity, but also the neurology sort of side of how saunas can work. So, frequent sauna use has been associated with an increase in longevity, but also a significant decrease in neurodegenerative diseases. So the likes of your Alzheimer's and your dementia and stuff like that. So I guess the way it works is it's basically achieved through placing the body under heat stress, and through that heat stress, then it induces mechanisms that elevate two sort of key chemicals. So one is brain-derived neurotropic factor, and the other one is heat shock proteins.
Nice.
So essentially, BDNF and heat shock proteins aid the body in cellular repair, they decrease neural inflammation, and then they also increase cardiovascular function as a whole, which then feeds back into the brain and then helps the brain out through basically just through dilation of the tissues and increasing blood flow to the brain.
Yeah, nice. Just on a side note, just to throw it in there, something I was reading the other day was also that with the heat shock proteins in a sauna, it also helps with your overall, what do you call it, like your health, like your not metabolism, what's the word, your immune system.
Oh, okay.
It helps with
completely different.
Yeah, completely different. But it helps with your immune system because it creates like an artificial fever in your body. So your body
is cool.
Yeah, killing off the germs before it can make you sick, which I thought was pretty cool, especially as a parent, the amount of sickness we're exposed to in our world. But anyway, sorry,
anecdotally, that was
cool,
awesome. Anecdotally, think about it as well. When you're spending a lot of time in the sauna, I do it a lot over winter.
Yeah,
you don't get sick as often, like for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Or when we are getting sick, we'll be like, oh, quick, jump in, sweat it out, like that old school.
Sometimes
thought.
it punishes you. Hey? Some absolutely punishes. So I was thinking, all of those positive effects, right, at a neural sort of level. But then I guess, how does it work at the mode of action, or the mechanism of action? How's that actually having an effect on the body? So, like I said, you get the increase in the heat stress, which supports the neural survival. It supports also the growth of new neurons, but also the synaptic plasticity as well. Heat has all these positive effects. Like I mentioned, it reduces the inflammation. Yeah. So overall, if you look at inflammation, sorry, I'm just having to have a look at my notes because I've completely lost where I was.
While you're looking at that.
Yes, thank you.
While you're looking at that, something I love about saunas is the detoxification that comes from being in a sauna. It seems so, yeah, of course you're detoxing, you're sweating out and stuff, but something I didn't realize was with that detoxification, there's been so many studies that have now shown if you're detoxifying at a high enough heat, which for us is like the higher end of the infrared, you are actually sweating out microplastics, which is...
That is cool.
Yeah.
Microplastics are in everything.
It's in everything, and it's just that ongoing buzz about how can we eliminate it, what can we do? So something as simple as saunaing can support that, which I thought was pretty cool. in my
No,
opinion.
awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I found my note
That's all
where
right.
I was up to. So I was like, basically, you can get through the heat shocks proteins. They protect your body against protein misfolding. So essentially, that is one of the key indicators for Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. So somehow those heat shock proteins prevent that from unraveling. So
That's cool.
yeah, and I think exposing the body to any kind of stress has a positive effect, not only on like the systematic parts of the body, but also the brain. And the other part as well is just decreasing overall neural inflammation. So through that, you're decreasing cortisol, which, you know, we just did a video on recently.
Jump back, watch it, guys.
Yeah, and then as a result, will also then decrease stress within the body.
Yeah.
So it's super cool, like the way that it has this effect on the whole body and all the different components.
Well, that ties into that cell regeneration.
Yeah.
Is also linked to why, I mean, same thing, antidotal, but my skin is amazing when
for
I'm
sure.
regularly saunaing, which falls into that same category, which is another amazing benefit, which is pretty cool.
No, so definitely, I think overall, there's a positive effect on all-cause mortality, which we touched on before, but I think it's super important. So if you're doing sauna, let's say 4 to 7 days a week, around 15 to 20 minutes, you're looking at around a 40% reduction in all-cause mortality, which is, and then I think for the same sort of protocol, if you're looking at a decrease in dementia risk and Alzheimer's, it's about 66, 67%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I guess if you have any kind of, like if you've done your gene testing and you can see you've got any of the precursors for any of the sort of neurodegenerative diseases, heat is going to be your friend, and sauna is the best way that we know on how to get sort of access to that heat.
Yeah.
But I just think overall for brain health, if you've got access to a sauna, you'd be crazy not to be doing it regularly.
Yeah, I find what you were talking about earlier with that stress, like bringing down the stress and stuff, I find it as that 15 minutes that we do of a night time is just that 15 minutes that I get to shut off and go, no technology, no world, be present with myself. It's when I get to do that mindfulness thinking, and you do a lot of breath work in the sauna yourself, but just all those little practices, they all add up, right? Which is pretty cool.
Honestly, as a human, like that side of it, I think it's probably the biggest benefit is just
I agree.
taking like 15 minutes, like you said, where you're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
You got nothing to do.
Leave your phone out of the sauna. Just be present with yourself, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there are so many benefits of saunaing. Yes, you can go traditional. Yes, you can go infrared. But in the end, just get heat. Doesn't matter how you choose to do it, what your preference is. Heat is heat, and there is so much evidence out there to support that longevity.
We wanted to get a traditional. It's just a little bit more to set up a traditional. So an infrared, like this is in our dining room.
Yeah.
So people do laugh when they come to our house, and it is funny. But we can also then watch the kids while we're doing it. Like we don't have to stress. We don't have to go out anywhere. It's so easy to access. But yeah, for me personally, I love having. I think it's been one of the best additions we've made to the house.
I'd agree. It's true.
But yeah, if you want to know anything more about saunas, feel free to hit us with a DM. This one's a found space. It's full spectrum infrared. It's a bit more like it's a high quality one.
But it had to look good if it was going to be in my lounge room.
Yeah, that's true.
And this one looks good. We'll post some photos for you.
Yeah, but send us a message because there's a lot out there at the moment.
Excellent.
Awesome, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.